Hello and welcome back to Art City Cities Skylines. Today we are working in expanding the university and expanding the industry that we have. And I think I want to expand the industry that we have just around this area. So that's the specialized wood production. So I forget what's the name of the, the area, but it's a forest industry actually. So there you go. I want to expand this. I want to expand the university as well. But you probably see that we had some changes here since our last episode. And if you don't know that yet, all these changes happen during the live stream that happen every Saturday at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So I'm recording these episodes also on a Saturday just before the live stream. And so you're probably gonna see on the live stream, you always see a little bit more that we've done ahead of time. So it's a good place for us to have a chat, for you to give suggestions, ask questions, and take a look at what's happening. Live streams are usually mainly focused on the detailing of the city. As you can see, we finish all this park here on the live stream, so we now have this side. I've also worked on this. So this is the transition between the park and the natural reserve, the tourism district, and this neighborhood that we had. And I put down some keys around here to make it a nicer entry for the trains. We have this pathway connecting those two sides, which has been pretty busy, and added some plants, some ground cover in there, some trees around here to help with the noise of the tunnel entrance. And yeah, I think this looks quite good. I don't know if I showed you this before, but this is how the new key is looking in the tourism district. So yeah, I like it. I really like it. Then we also did a little bit of work in here, just adding some things for the aerodrome or aviation club. And then we go into this area. I think the main change here is that we've replaced the train, the metro hub that we had in here. So you probably noticed that in some of the comments that we had on the university video that went live last week, they were about the building that we had here as a metro hub. What I mentioned was that building was placed before the train stations DLC or content creator pack came out, and that was the best one I had, and I was pretty happy with that one. But it wasn't working with the university buildings that we have in here. So I've decided to replace it, use this pretty nice multi-level metro hub that works quite nice here, and this will be one of the main public transportation hubs that we have in the city as we expand this area as well. So this will grow quite a lot. Something else that changed, I've added four more dormitories in here. So now we have a capacity of 2,850 people, which is quite good. We just need to improve campus attractiveness to level up, and this is something that we are doing today. We've level up, I think, during the live stream, and this is something that we are doing here. Already have the academic works, have a lot more students than we need, so that should be pretty easy to achieve. And yeah, I think that those are the main changes. We've done some more detailing around this area. So as you can see, you have some more trees in here. We still have to do this side, but at least this is happening. We have this nuclear power plant, which you probably already saw in one of my shorts as well. And now on this side, we start working on the park here for the stadium. So at the moment it's called Prospect Garden. I think this one I still need to change the name, but we'll do that in due time. But this is coming along nicely now. It's slowly happening, slowly getting there, and I like how this is looking. And I think talking about changes, these are the main changes that we've done. There are some trees around this area as well, and which I quite like. Had some in here, some around this area. I've just, I think I've added a few more in here just to make this looks a little bit nicer. This is a busy area, but yeah, I think that was all the changes that we've had during the live streams. So if you don't watch live streams, I don't want that to be a full surprise for you and it's like, oh, what's that? So that's why I'm giving you this overview. Now into the episode. So as I mentioned, we are developing this area a little bit more. So trying to get this up to level 3, I think, in this episode, if I can finish that before the end of the academic year. And then we'll keep spending. And also, as you can see, there is a lot of demand for industry. And this is something that I want to do here. Expand this forest industry and make good use of this area. I think we can do that. I'm just thinking now, and we might actually take advantage. We do have the trains at the cargo station here, right? So yeah, I don't think there'll be any issues in getting cargo out of this area. But that'll be the goal for this episode. Depending on how fast I do it, I might start working on this area in here. So we have a lot of space, and I do want that to integrate with the university. What is holding me back is that I want to understand the feel and look of this university before we start populating all this area over here. But we'll have to do that eventually. So I don't know, I might start just laying out the basis for this, and we do the build some in the next episode or so. I can see that we might need some parking lots in here. There are quite a lot of cars parked in the roads over there, so that might help having an option for parking. I might extend these roads to the sides and add 2 parking lots, one on each side. That might be something that we do, but let's see. We'll get into it now. Have a speed build as I always do, and you enjoy the music, and I'll see you soon.
The longer I've waited, the more that I've tried. All the years that I've wasted trying to find it. All that I go through for my peace of mind. Let it all go out the window. No smoke in my eyes. I can hear the wind chiming. It's always been you in the back of my mind. Early blue morning, when everything's cold, I see you running, all covered in gold. There's nothing else that It's always been you in the back of my mind. When there are others, I do the routine. I dance all alone there. I try to be seen. I let it all go out the window. No smoke in my eyes. I can hear the wind chime. It's always been you in the back of my mind. I let it all go out the window. No smoke in my eyes. I can hear the wind chiming. It's always been you in the back of my mind. It's always been you in the back of my mind.
And touchdown. So I just love to see these planes going up and down here. This looks so cool. So I think for the moment we are done. So what I've done here, I've put down the barracks for the forest industry, some paper factory. What's the name again? Biomass pellet plants, which produce paper. I've put another, this one I actually set to fuel, another sawdust storage that we can store raw forest products, the same one as we have here. I just want to increase the capacity to store this a little bit because we are using more raw products to produce paper and land timber. So that's the idea. I've also added the small warehouse here. Set the storage mode to empty so we can just get paper from here, store there and sell. So that's it for this area. Now for the university, as you can see, there are a few changes in here and I'm quite happy with how this is looking. I do want these buildings to be close but not too close, so I think we have the right spacing in here and I'm getting what I want. I do want this to expand now probably in this area and occupying this space here up front. So that's probably where we go from here. But what I've done, I've added these two fountains next to the main building. I also add the University Outdoor Study. Sorry, I can't remember all these names, but they're there. So this is a nice area for studying. Of course, we needed university cafeterias, so we have two of them, one on each side for the dormitories, and we also have the gymnasium, which is quite good. Now, we've increased the level, the campus attractiveness, rather to 625. We just need 450 for the next level. So that means that we have all that we need to go up to next level now. And I'm quite happy with this. And one more thing that I did there was the parking lot. So I was planning to do one on each side, but then because of the way this road goes around, and although like this is not a roundabout, if we look at our roundabout, the right way to do it would be to the left and like would be clockwise, as we are a left-handed I'll try that again because we are left-hand drive. But in here, I've decided to do the other way around, and that's mainly because of the way the sides that we have the cycling on these roads. So that's why I decided doing that. And I think that works still. It's like, it's not a roundabout, but if I put another road coming all the way over here, it will look a little bit weird because they will have to cross each other's way over there, and I didn't want that. So I decided to put a bigger car parking here. I've removed the parking permissions around this area, as you can see. Just remove from the first node, the other one's allowed, same thing here, the other one's allowed, but now everyone is parking in the parking lot where they should be. So that's good. I'm pretty happy with this. I just don't feel that this is actually... Let me do one quick thing here. I don't think this is actually going straight. So let me redo just this side. And yeah, there we go. I think that looks a little bit better. This might just be a matter of not being all level. What we can do is basically this and Control H. There we go. Now everything's level and there is no weirdness in there. And I'm much happier with this. Good. That's what I wanted there. But yeah, I think this is some nice growth for the city. We still have a lot more demand for industry and or offices, which I will keep looking into that. I think as we grow this industry over here, I want to expand this a little bit further, and we now have capacity for all the workers that we need. It's just a matter of waiting this to go up and make sure that we grow with that. So I didn't do any expansion over here, which, you know what, I think I will quickly work on that right now and be right back with you. And there we go. I didn't want to do too much or go too further ahead, but I did want to lay out the first idea for this new area and how this is all gonna look in regards like to the whole city that we have. So for the layout here, what I decided to do was a main road that comes into here. I still need to do port signs and dedicate turning lanes in here, there, but I'll do that off camera. And I want like mainly some straight lines closer to the main avenue, and then we go for a more natural and a more organic build mode. What I initially went through was like the outlines of the forest. So the forest industry here, that makes sense that we keep that area protected and just go around it. The same thing I did on here. although we might bridge the gap between those two areas here and build this as well. But I think, as you would naturally do, you just build up to here, and then that would go around the trees over there, and then you would expand. So that would be something that would stay there. You wouldn't redo all the roads layout in here. So I think that makes sense, at least in my head. I've added some pedestrian pathways in here connecting all these areas, and I'm pretty sure that I'll also connect these two roads over here. There we go. So I'll just turn this around, otherwise it doesn't make sense. And probably just move these like so. Yeah, I think this is good enough. And come up. Yeah, there we go. So this looks a little bit better, and then we have an area ready to work on later on. So now it's just a matter of waiting for both industry and the university to level up so we can expand this even further and then start working in this area over here, which, as I mentioned before, I want to be more densely populated. I want to bring public transportation and start expanding to this area as well, and making sure that we utilize as much as we can our metro hub in the university, because I want that to be going really well, like going like crazy. Now, one little thing that I did here, I will keep this area for a park, and I think this area deserves a park, basically a dedicated park to the university and to the area that we're building here. And I think that will help with developing this even further. But that'll be for the next episode. For right now, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I hope you like this expansion of the university in the forest industry and this initial layout for our next area. Let me know in the comments what you think. Leave a like, consider joining my Discord server, link is in the description. And don't forget to subscribe so you can see when we do the next episode building this area, and also when I'm going live to stream on Saturdays, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. So you can join me and have a chat and build this together. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.